Previously on Knight's Quest.
Except Rainer is definitely thinking of the bat as PB now. Pastry bat.
Pastry bat?
Yeah.
PB the pastry bat?
Yeah.
We send Jonathan to the Hidgeties. Tell him we need your fucking mine. We'll split it 50 Hidgety.
Jonathan,
There's no way you're going alone, right, dude?
would you like some company to go to Hidgety? Sure, the more the merrier, I guess. Great! When do we leave?
You have that picture, and there's more information about it in Hidgety.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
I have to go with you. Taylor hands Quiz the book entitled I Don't Care. The mother goes into the That's What I Said room, and she emerges with a book of her own. And she just gives it to Leroy and says, "What's that? I think you need to take this with you." And so the five of you walk north. I'm waiting in suspense.
We're all scared to say the first thing because we don't want to ruin it like we did last time.
Welcome to Knight's Quest, where we suck at introductions.
Well, who's doing the introduction?
Well, I guess
no.
all of us, because of the previously on that just happened.
We don't need... Do we need...
Well, hey, kids, gather around the fire and hear a story.
Yeah.
A story.
About 5 young adventurers going to Hidgety.
No, I got this.
All right.
So we joined the three magicians, a magician, and Katrina.
Yeah, an actual magician.
actual
who very
magician.
much resents being lumped in with this group of non-magicians.
The five of you are finally leaving Goldon, and I think I just want to quick establish who's actually left Goldon before. I know we said Rainer's never left, and we know Jonathan has definitely left.
I've been other places.
He's been other places.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Leroy has never left Goldon himself. He's
Oh,
probably...
not I was thinking Quiz.
Yeah, Leroy. But what about Quiz and Katrina? Have they left before?
I would say Katrina has been other places, but not... She was so young that she doesn't remember much of it.
Yeah, it was like a business trip with her father
Probably,
or
something like that. Yeah. So I would say that Katrina...
Maybe it was like a family trip, like her mother and her father.
Yeah. Like Katrina knows that there's other stuff, but she doesn't remember enough of it to be like, oh, I went there and there were these people.
Yeah, Magicland.
Magicland. It's like Disney, but less fake.
But we can't talk about that.
More mosquitoes.
And what about Quiz?
I think...
He's a magician.
I think Quiz would have studied elsewhere. I think he didn't learn everything like all
he
of
definitely didn't learn magic in Goldon.
Right.
I'm a little unclear on what Quiz's position is. Like, did he get hired?
Was he just chilling at the house?
Yeah,
just chilling at the
Oh
house.
my god! No, but like, does he work there because he's related to
know what?
the Lord?
I say let's let that detail come up in a conversation naturally.
Okay.
That's a good question though.
The thing starts. Wow, I'm really glad that I'm not hanging out with my uncle anymore since my mom.
Cousin.
Yeah. Well, second cousin. It's kind of like my uncle. So I'm just really glad I'm not there anymore because my mom sent me there after I was.
Okay, don't spoil it now.
All of our other characters are like, we already know this, Quiz, but thank you for saying it again.
Ah, yes, we had almost forgotten.
The five of you are leaving Goldon, heading north towards Hidgety. Now, none of you have a map, which is good because the listeners don't have a map either. So that'd be kind of stupid. So,
I thought you were saying none of our characters have a map, and I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of a problem.
your characters don't have a map either.
Oh.
Yeah, we established this.
It's a road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
so
fair enough. Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. Actually, roll intelligences to see how much you guys do know.
Chris knows 8.
Just roll a separate one for you.
Jonathan knows 5.
Rainer got 9 total.
Katrina knows 15. Okay, that makes sense.
Katrina knows the best, but she is leading the way.
Yeah.
Hey, for those of you listening, I did just cut out about 20 minutes of dice rolling.
Yeah. I had to roll. I should have just rolled this one for like 2 people.
Oh yeah, I have a dice that has a dice inside of it.
That's
you
so
got a 19
cool.
and a 5.
I've been splurging. I know. So Katrina, she knows the most about the road, and so she relays this information to you guys. But
Hey guys, I know the most about the road, so I think I'm just gonna go right ahead in front if that's okay with everybody else.
This is what Katrina tells you guys with her roll of a 15 intelligences.
We're traveling north on what's called the Old Elven Road. It's gonna take a while to get there, probably a couple days. It's all road from here on out.
So this is going to be our first traveling episode, so traveling is going to have some fun game mechanics to that. Basically, you guys can, as always, go wherever you want, do whatever you want. You don't have to go to Hidgety.
Get dysentery.
But your characters, it would make most sense that they would want to do that. But
Get dysentery?
No, go to Hidgety.
Oh. Wait, would it be fantasy dysentery? Does dysentery exist in this
It's called, I almost called it fissentery, but that's not.
That doesn't sound good.
I mean, dysentery isn't good either.
No, but it sounds like something I wouldn't want to be called. Like, that sounds like a slur.
Maybe it is. Anyway, so as you travel...
We have our swears now.
That's true, we have been working... Fissentery.
Okay.
Swear word unlocked. So here's how the game works. When you guys have a day of travel, you will pick your pace that you travel for that day, determining how many miles you walk that day. And the reason you might want to go faster is, one, you get there sooner. But more importantly, every day you're out here in the wild, we're going to roll a dice to have an event happen. Some of them are neutral, some of them are good. Most of them are going to be conflicts of some kind because you're out in the wilderness.
Right.
So the less days you're out traveling, the better. However, if you go at a slower pace, you'll be able to do things while you travel. So I'm going to explain the 3 different paces, and you guys can pick your first pace for this day. Again, you're leaving at about noonish, so you only get about a half day's worth of travel, but, you know, it's travel. So the first pace is called rushed. You're going to go 30 miles in a day, but that's about it. You won't be able to do any activities. You could get tired at the end of the day, and as you're traveling, you won't see side roads or any buildings as you walk by. You won't be able to explore. You're just going to be booking it on the Old Elven Road. Or you could take the normal pace, where you go 25 miles in a day. You can do light activities. These are basically things you could do while you're walking. So, for example, you could talk, you could practice your music, Rainer, you could make plans, you could examine items, basically anything you could do while you're still walking. And if you do something, you will be rewarded in some way for this choice.
Cool.
You won't be tired, but you could get sore at the end of the day. And you would see side roads and buildings as you travel, so you'd be able to take detours, you'd spot them.
Yeah.
And the slowest pace is called leisurely, where you go 20 miles in a day, and you can do pretty much any activity that you would want, even stuff that would require frequent stops. So this could be if you want to train in your magic or fighting, you can stop to do that. If you want to do foraging, repair or build items, you can do that as well. You will not be tired and you'll hardly be sore from traveling at this pace. And you'll be able to see side roads, buildings, and maybe even hidden paths if you go this slower pace.
We are just walking, right? We don't have like horses.
Yeah, you're just walking.
We're
No,
just
no
walking.
horses.
Okay. I
No
think.
nothing.
Yep.
So how the day will work is you'll pick your pace, then you'll roll a 12-sided dice to determine what event will happen. I won't tell you what it is. And that event will happen at some point during the day's travel.
That's genius.
Thank you.
No, I just really enjoy the idea of, like, you rolled a 5. Okay.
And if you pick a normal or leisurely pace, then I'll let each of the 5 characters tell me what they do. And we'll try to do those pretty quickly. Be like, I decide to work on this. And then I'll say, oh, because of that you gain this, skill boost or this item or whatever. Unless it's talking to someone, then we can have a conversation. Which could also be rewarded with, for those of you who remember episode 1, I mentioned something called friendship points.
I have 1.
I want to bring those back.
I
And
think
so...
I have 1 left?
You
No,
do.
I have a half of 1.
No, you have 1.
I have 1.
Yeah,
I
you
have
had
half
2.
something else.
You had 2 and now you have 1. I want to bring those back to reward you guys for investing in characters and friendship stuff. So, let's make that a game mechanic, because it's our game. So, Katrina, you are leading the way.
Yes.
What pace do you guys want to be going this half-day travel that you have? And again, you don't know exactly how many miles it is.
I think Katrina looks at this kind of ragtag group and makes a decision that she wants to kind of make as much progress on the first day as possible. So I think probably a speedy pace starting off for the first day.
Sounds good. So you're going with the rush pace?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I get my miles to hit the right.
Are you kidding me? You have a frickin' no, stop. You don't have real distance.
I think he might, though. I think he absolutely
No,
does
but I'm
have-
telling you, you don't. Stop it.
Hey, listeners, I just want you to know I spent a whole weekend creating this map for us. And I got so entranced in the world building that I started thinking of the plant life and the geography of everywhere we're
good.
going.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Can we forage for freaking tea?
Vandalic tea leaves?
Yeah, or where does it grow? Does it have special growing? Never mind.
Did we brought like supplies?
You
and
brought
shit,
supplies,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Vandalic tea would have a really complicated, like, nurturing.
Yeah, you ain't just gonna find it out in the,
Right, it's not
the
wild.
fields.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be fancy.
Yeah. But you do have some, so you don't need to worry about that.
Right.
But yeah, you can forage, but not when you're going at a rush pace.
No,
which
we're
you
going.
did decide at. So, Jake, I need you to roll a 12-sided dice.
2.
Okay. I will paint you a word story.
Ooh.
Or word picture.
That's definitely how that phrase goes.
You shut your mouth. So you travel at a rushed pace, the 5 of you, booking it through the second half of the day since you didn't get an early head start on this day.
Right.
The geography of the region that you're in, which is called West Kosgeis, is the region that you're in. The region that the Nobleminster is the head of. It is a wooded area.
Wait, what's the name of the region?
West Kosgeis?
Is it just 'cause guys?
No.
Oh, I thought the name was like a weird way of saying 'cause guys.
No.
Why are we here? 'Cause guys.
See, I come with these names until I say them and other people hear them.
No.
You don't pick this stuff up.
I really liked how it sounded. I was
good.
just asking
Cool.
if that was the inspiration.
No. I don't know. I forgot what the inspiration was. Cosgais.
Well, cool.
Kosgeis. It is a wooded area, but not heavily wooded. Some trees sparsely around.
So every Pokemon background when they're
Pretty
all
much,
around.
pretty much every Pokemon background. There's trees, but it's not dense or dark. There's a couple of fields in the middle, but mainly trees. And at the end,
And while we're walking, we suddenly hear
we'll get you the pidgeoties later, okay? As the sun starts to set, Katrina, you pick a nice little spot on top of a hill where... Actually, I need you to roll intelligences.
Wait, so now this is something that I had a question about.
Yeah, let's go.
So in terms of perception and intelligence, I think we should establish a passive perception and a passive intelligence.
No, this isn't going to be a...
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, for example, like, I as an individual would know that you don't put a campsite at the bottom of a hill or on
Right.
an incline because that's a bad idea.
Right.
So I feel like there are certain things that certain characters should just know and be generally good at and have like advantage on those rolls or something like. I don't know, but I'm saying like like when we enter into a room, I sometimes find it really silly to roll perception because you see what's in the room.
That's one thing I'm noticing too. I think I'm going to make us roll less perception rolls just because I think they're kind of tedious and I like describing the room.
Unless it's something that we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't have a perception roll. I'm just making you roll intelligence.
Okay.
So I think this one's just to see how well Katrina knows her survival
14.
stuff. Yeah, so she probably knows some basic survival stuff. So you camp on a good spot.
It would have been
hill.
17, but this isn't Ratiocination, so...
No. Which I'm glad we have. Ratiocination is more of our perception, analyzing, investigation skill now. Which I like. That we made
So
it
does
there.
that mean that in that regard, Quiz is actually like the most...
Actually, right now, Katrina is with the bioscope.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because one thing I noticed I did is all of you guys have really small pluses, like +1, +2. But the reason I think that's going to be okay is because I let you expand on those really quickly, versus in like other games like D&D, you can't do that till like level 4. But basically if I say, oh, you solved riddles, you get a +1.
Yeah.
Oh, you spent a day staring at cow pictures, you get a +1.
Does the bioscope have a telescopic feature? Like,
Yeah,
can I
it's still
see
a telescope.
further?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still a telescope. You can just see through different layers.
Cool.
So maybe she did use the bioscope to scout out this hill, and it's like, this is a good spot. You guys bunker down. You guys have the supplies, to set up camp. Nothing elaborate. You barely even have tents. It's more of some lean-tos with your bed gear. You guys have time to set up a campfire. Let's just do this for the first time.
Yeah.
What do you guys quickly do for your roles as setting up camp?
Jonathan throws his stuff down and starts acting like he's trying to build a fire. He has 2 sticks that he picked up while walking and has been hitting against each other the entire time.
Now, I do also, before you continue, we have special items and special abilities in this game.
What are you getting
I
at?
have a pick that literally creates sparks. That could
Was
be.
that what you were getting at?
That could be.
I'm just
helpful.
saying. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I just don't want you to forget you have
No,
magic items.
I'm saying Jonathan's been walking all day and doesn't want to do anything, so he wants to look like he's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone were to come over and help him do the thing, obviously he's not gonna tell
Complain
him
about
no. Yeah.
Raynor is holding the pickaxe, and he's pretty sure he's got this. He's pretty sure he's got this. He's like, okay, logically, this idea should work. So he goes over to where the fire is being built, and
Jonathan has stacked the 2 pieces of wood
perfect,
like in an X shape.
because it's fair to say that Raynor hasn't done much traveling at all, right?
No, yeah.
Right. So he wouldn't have. He probably wouldn't have had to make a fire for any reason.
I mean, he probably knows how to make a fire just because they don't have, like, gas stoves.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So he knows the basics of fire construction, I would assume.
So what we have here is do I look at that and say, yeah, that's going to work for a fire? Or is it literally 2 sticks?
It's 2 sticks.
It's 2 sticks, okay.
I have 2 sticks that I have put on the ground in an X formation.
So
Okay.
2 sticks.
Woo! I think Raynor looks at that and says, okay, so we've marked the spot where we're going to make our fire.
You know, Raynor, I'm glad that you caught on to that. I am. I'm glad that that's what you got from what I did.
Yes. I'm going to go try to find kindling.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
All right, cool. Raynor leaves to go find some kindling.
All right, you find the kindling.
Perfect.
Are you gonna use the spark pick to?
Oh, yeah. No,
Cool.
Totally.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's so cool. It happens. You
Yeah,
light the
all right.
fire with the spark pick. Everyone's impressed. I'm gonna assume that's just how you do it from now on. Every time you set up camp.
Yeah.
I think Jonathan hits the fire with the reverse-o-matic.
No, but it's like right as everyone's like, oh, cool, we got it working, finally. And then like
How
right
hard do you
then-
hit it?
Like, I just kind of swing. Like, it's not a heavy, like...
Okay, so the fire just goes out, and some of the sticks go flying back into the woods.
Oh, jeez.
And,
God.
and everyone's quiet, and Jonathan's like, oh, yeah, I see, it's cool. No, build a fire. It's really fucking cool. But, put it out. Sticks go flying. No, it's fine. No.
Jonathan,
Jonathan, what?
there's a fire. I need that to cook our fine cuisine. Bread. It's not cooking, I'm just reheating it.
You were just gonna take the. I mean,
I have a sack of bread.
Okay, and you were just gonna like broil it over the fire.
I was gonna stick it on a stick,
Okay.
hold it over the fire, give it a little smoky flavor.
Toast it.
You're gonna
Toast it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some toast.
I could go for some
A
toast.
whole loaf of toast.
I mean,
That is, yes.
that sounds like a great idea. If we are going to do that, we need to build another fire.
Yeah.
I apologize. I just wanted to see if that would work.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't kind of cool. I mean, one of those sticks almost hit me while it was like just flying off into the woods back there. But
Well, you guys-
so the front end of the pick doesn't like make it go back forward again.
No, it's called the
Doesn't-
reverse-o-matic.
I know that, but I think Raynor is kind of
I
half-heartedly.
kind of look at it, and I swing the pick at the X of wood on the ground.
It breaks the stick.
We have made progress. It is not the progress we thought we would make.
Yeah.
You guys
okay.
rebuild the fire. You,
Yep.
you make some dinner, and you all hunker down for the night. You're pretty tired after having a rushed day of travel, so you head off to sleep. But you rolled a 2, so
Yeah, I've been worried about that this past 10 minutes. Yeah.
What about Quiz and Katrina and Leroy?
everyone goes to sleep.
Okay.
We're gonna have multiple days of travel, so don't
No, I know.
don't feel like if your favorite character's not getting their
Do we
sound time. Don't worry about
Do
it.
we have tents and such, or are we like?
No, it's
They're
more
really basic, like lean-to
Yeah.
/ sleeping
Okay.
under the
So
Oh,
sun.
you said that. I'm
yeah, you
sorry.
gotta
Yep.
protect you from the dew,
Yeah.
but it's not like gonna protect the skeeters or whatever, which aren't a huge problem actually in this region.
Can we just say there are none in this fantasy world? That just sounds nice.
Yeah, there's no mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Fuck mosquitoes. This is our world. There's no
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
absolutely not.
No mosquitoes. Come to Glenwood. No mosquitoes. Billboard.
What's their biggest pest?
Jonathan. Probably
Jesting spirits? I don't know. We'll find those out
Yeah.
if you roll different numbers.
the feral naked chickens that are just plaguing the town.
Who can also fly?
Okay, so you're all going to bed.
Right, yeah.
But Raynor, as we said, this is the first time you've slept outside of Goldon. You've
Right.
probably slept outside your house at friends' houses, maybe even outside just for fun, nights under the stars.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that you wouldn't be able to run home, see your father, or even see your mother. And speaking of which, I want to take this opportunity. Tell me one thing about your mother.
Oh.
We haven't really talked about just one thing that you're thinking about right now as you're laying outside.
Well, let's see. I think one of the clearest things he remembers is them being outside, and because I'm trying to think what's coming to him like right now as he's on this journey and he's sleeping under the lean-to or whatever. And I don't think there were a whole lot of occasions where all three of them would have been like passing the time sitting outside for any reason, but he definitely remembers one time, and I think what he remembers is his dad saying something kind of dumb, and maybe it's just a really lame joke or something, and he doesn't remember the words of it, but what he does remember is that she was laughing, and for some reason that small moment stuck with him. And I think it's something that just sort of springs to mind once in a while, and maybe he's not even sure why. And she didn't say anything crazy profound or anything after that. She just said, Bjorn, don't tell that joke again. And that's not like an applicable thing. It's not like something that should stick in your mind, but he remembers her saying that. And even though it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to pop up at this exact moment, that is what's hopping around his mind for some reason.
As you're laying there, the only one who's still awake, because everyone's still pretty tired, and you're tired too, you just can't seem to lay on the ground correctly.
That's too real. not the laying on the ground part, but like
can't fall asleep because you're tired. Yeah. As you're laying there, you see flapping wings up above you, kind of silhouetting in the night, kind of flying by, and you hear a screech. Bats are flying up above, and they just seem to be flying past you. It's nighttime; they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
But then you hear one screech, and it resonates. Kind of shakes your body a little bit.
Okay.
In a familiar way. This has happened before, and all of a sudden, one of the bats hangs and flies next to your lean-to and hangs off the top, and is staring right in front of you.
Is this Peavy? Peavy's the best. I don't have any pastries with me though. I'm trying to think if I have any food for any reason.
You do have rations.
Yeah, I would have rations. Do I have anything bread-like?
You have so much bread.
You all have so much bread.
That's all Leroy brought.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's an excellent point.
Yeah, you all have plenty of bread.
God, I'm really... This is really bizarre. I think Rainer kind of stares at the bat for a while, and then he's like, no way. And then just on a hunch, he goes and grabs a bit of bread, and he... What did I do last time? I didn't like...
Yeah, you put it in...
Did I throw it, or did I set it down?
You set it down a few times, and a couple times you put it in your hand.
Yeah, and it never worked. You know, so he just sets it down on the ground at the opening of the little hovel.
Before, I had been making you roll a charisma roll for this,
and unfortunately, it never quite was enough.
But I want to make a new stat.
Okay.
That kind of would go under charisma, that I feel like would do better for the situation, and we're gonna create this stat together.
Okay.
Because I really liked when we did ratiocination last time. But the idea that I'm thinking of is something to do with like friendliness or like attractiveness. Not like physical attractive, but like kind of like the ability to make people feel friendly and welcome towards you, kind of like charming them.
Ooh, charm.
We could just make it charm.
Because like charisma could be for like bluffing.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
But I feel like that positive way of getting somebody, I don't know, because I feel like friendship is very broad.
Yeah, friendship is
Roll
a different
friendship. It was love all along.
Yeah, this is more of just you're a good person and people feel more comfortable around you.
If you roll the dice correctly.
So I feel like Rainer has. And so I want him to have that.
Ooh, what about spark? Or spunk? Or, no, that doesn't make sense.
Because I know the...
Because charm is good.
I know the gist you're trying to get at as well. Like, he has the air that draws people to him. Just like a...
Magnetic person.
word there.
Camaraderie?
I kind of like that one.
I like camaraderie. All right.
Under charisma or a separate thing?
Because that implies, like, mutual good feelings.
Yeah. Which Rainer definitely has. So, under, like a subsection under charisma, I'm going to give you... Because you already have a +2 charisma.
I do. So...
But you're dope with this. I'm going to give you +2 camaraderie.
Hey!
So
total of +4?
That's right.
Camaraderie?
Cool!
So, roll
like
for
that.
camaraderie.
With a 20?
With the D20.
Okay.
With advantage because you used the bread.
Okay, cool.
I really want this out.
Yeah, sure. So 16 total.
That'll do it. So pastry bat flies down
Pastry
and nibbles
bat.
on the bread, kind of like nuzzles up closer to it. Pastry bat looks out and sees all the other bats flying, getting their food. Pastry Bat looks at the bread, though. Seems pretty content. They
Like,
found
like
their
they're
food.
just hunting
Yeah,
bugs
you know, it's
and
nighttime.
such.
Yeah, it's
Not mosquitoes.
not
though.
mosquitoes, though, because those don't exist.
Yeah. Rainer is like blinking up at the group of bats and the pastry bat that's hanging out in front of him, and he's like a good 60% sure that this is a dream right now because there's like no reason for the bats of the mine to suddenly show up here. So he's very confused and very sleepy.
Well, just for anyone who might be watching, is like, Nathan, you just wanted to bring the pastry bat back. You're right. But also because I feel like a bat travels far enough in their distance, you know, to get food, and there's not going to be any food in the mine. So this would just be a normal thing, and you're still close enough. And I will be honest, this was also impacted by the dice roll that you made. So
Cool. Okay.
Pastry Bat seems to lay there and kind of continue to eat the bread, but then stays there and doesn't fly away.
All right. We gotta do it because it failed like 4 times in a row last time. I gotta see if he eats out of my hand.
All right, let's go over there.
All
Try
right.
it.
Cool. Another bit of bread. Rainer puts it in his hand. Am I just rolling this one?
Do it.
Okay.
Roll that dice, my boy.
All right. That's another 12, so 16.
Perfect.
Yeah!
Pastry Bat doesn't fly,
Finally.
kind of crawls on its arms in your hand and eats it.
Please
and,
tell me he looks like one of those like flying foxes who's all like fuzzy and
Yes. It's a cute bat.
All right. Good.
he's a night doggo.
Pastry Bat finishes eating the bread
Pastry
and then
Bat,
just kind of
Pastry
stays
Bat.
there and looks up at you, and Pastry Bat won't go to sleep.
Right. Exactly.
It's still
I
go
think,
time.
I think if it was daytime, Rainer would be a lot more outwardly excited. But because it's very late and he's just very confused, he's just like, cool.
We'll go with this. Rainer ends up falling asleep.
This is
Right.
what I'm envisioning.
Oh, that's
so a fruit
cool.
bat.
Yeah.
For those of you who want to image, Google a fruit bat. Nice and cute and
Because
fluffy.
he loved pastries. Oh my god. This is perfect.
So here's
Pastries are made out of fruit.
it can be. So Rainer falls asleep, and in the morning you wake up and you see Pastry Bat is hanging from the top of your lean-to. You have now acquired your first pet. You get Pastry Bat.
I'm ecstatic, but I'm also suddenly realizing it's going to be a little weird having a pet that, like, his sleep schedule is opposite of mine.
Not necessarily. Not all bats are nocturnal.
Okay, I did not know that. Interesting.
As of right now, for details, you learn this very quickly as you travel, but Pastry Bat has a sonic beam. He's an enhanced bat, as we learned
Oh, yeah,
from
I
the
forgot
magic of the
about that.
mine.
Whoa.
So his squeaks, when he uses sonic, can be used to cause damage to enemies.
Okay.
Resonate, shake, break things.
Wow.
Pastry Bat doesn't give you any stats. Doesn't make you better.
That's okay.
Other than being cute, and you can be creative with that.
Right?
So here you go.
Oh my god!
Special card. That
This
was
is
day.
fantastic.
That was day 1 of travel. Let's keep on
Day
moving.
1 was a good day for Rainer.
All right, Katrina, are you still leading the way, or does someone else want to set the pace for today?
I think Katrina would still probably be leading the way.
Cool. And
Rainer's good.
what pace do we go today? Rushed, normal, or leisurely?
Normal.
Okay, going at normal.
So I think Katrina's a little sore from sleeping on the ground. Doesn't have all the pep and vigor of beginning the adventure. So I think she's just normal walking speed.
All right, then roll a d12.
3.
Okay.
The next one is a 4. I will cry.
Me too.
During the first bit of their walking, Rainer is absolutely trying to think of how best to construct some sort of small horizontal thing that'll be easier for him to carry, so that
Is
he
that
can,
what
like,
you
hang
want
off
to-
of it upside down with his feet?
So actually, I was going to ask you guys this next question. Each character, you get to do one thing that you do during your day's worth of travel. What do you want your thing to be? It could be...
Jonathan sees Rainer like holding this bat and like looking around, and he just kind of picks up a stick and puts it in the bag just so it's sticking out a little bit, and then just kind of walks a little bit ahead of him.
Jonathan, this is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, don't mention.
So we're going to have that be Jonathan's task for the day?
That's for the day?
Bent down and stood back
Okay,
up.
fine. All right, fine. That's not your task for the day. You bent down and pick a stick. What do you want to be working on as you're traveling? You can have a conversation with someone. You can be practicing a skill that you wouldn't be able to make sense to do while you're walking.
Does Quiz have other spells?
As of right now, he only knows these 3.
Yeah. Okay.
I should ask this before I forget. Are you guys picturing Quiz as close to the age of the other characters too, or older?
I guess I had been picturing them all similar age.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
He's
cool.
he's small in stature.
I had been picturing him older just because of like, oh, there's a wizard there.
But he's also not a
everything
great
after,
wizard, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, everything after that has made more sense if you're picturing him kind of younger. So
Yeah.
I will.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do
Cool.
this. Whoever thinks of what they want to do first. And Leroy will pick something too.
Maybe Quiz is trying to learn some stuff on the go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what though.
Discover a new spell. Kind of
Yeah.
mess with his casting
Cool.
ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
But
I want you to roll a magic spell. Or just roll a dice for magic, and we'll see how...
I don't even have one of those.
Spellcasting.
Spellcasting.
Yeah, spellcasting.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say.
Oh, boy.
That's
20!
Oh.
So that is a
Okay.
25.
I think when it's a nat 20, you don't even have to bother adding
Yeah.
anything to it. Like,
So a 25, actually, that does change a lot. So
Okay.
as you are exploring through the woods, you will be learning a new spell, but let's see what everyone else does to
Yeah.
determine what that spell is.
I think Jonathan is realizing that what he's like his clothes, the only clothes that he's ever needed, are really not great for A, the road, B, anything else but mining. And so
And let's be clear, Rainer, you did not bring your mining clothes.
No, I did not.
so I think maybe
Should I have?
I think maybe Jonathan's trying to find a way to I don't know because it's tough because he's got like work boots, overalls, like a long sleeve. Okay, I think he rolls up his sleeves to the elbows, kind of shortens it up a bit. Maybe he kind of messes with his hair and thinks like, "Wow, this is really long." Like I'm envisioning he's got hair that he like kind of keeps back a little bit, almost like one of those ponytails you always see like fancy old British people wearing. I think maybe he's devising how best to move forward with his appearance if he's not going to be working in the mine.
Mm-hmm. So he's just trying to think of a way to look nicer,
Yeah,
cleaner?
yeah.
Yeah, I think with all of that effort, he's able to find a way, and maybe through talking with everyone else, Katrina and everyone else. Oh, he's able to look nicer, and through talking with Quiz needing someone to practice his magic on, practices his magic,
expression
and let's
of
remind
worry.
ourselves, Quiz is like a household wizard, so he doesn't do like epic spells.
Right.
So I think he remembers a spell that wherever he learned his spell casting, he tries to work on it now, and it's we're gonna call it Enhanced Beauty, and you can cast this spell on someone to give them +3 charm temporarily. Whether that makes you look prettier or cleaner, whatever we can determine in the moment. But it's just kind of like a spell that if he was, a proper household wizard, like the lady of the house, he would cast it on her every morning instead of her doing her makeup.
I like that.
So
Okay.
that's the spell he learns today.
Okay.
I am very intrigued to see where this goes.
So there we go. I think that's fun.
Okay.
What else does everyone do?
I think Rainer is very intrigued by the new song that he
Mhm.
just the day before. And I think he's trying to learn it and get a little bit better at playing it because he's obviously never played it before.
I think that makes sense. As you practice your, what did we call it?
The
Mending melody.
Yes.
Practice mending melody.
Yes.
And during the day, you fine tune that, so you gain a
I don't
plus.
think any of us are actually hurt, so we're not going to see it
Yeah.
in practice.
But you're getting that tune down. You're getting that tune down,
Yeah.
and that will give you,
Why would it give me something? I'm just-
because whenever you do something during your
okay.
travels, you get
Cool.
rewarded. So it's going to give you a +1 music.
Oh, dude. Okay. Is that like a temporary thing or?
Nope, that's permanent.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm very lenient of giving out these points, so that's why they start off as 1 and
Where everything's
0.
made up and the points don't matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
What does Katrina do? And
I
then-
think Katrina wants to talk to Rainer just as they walk.
All right, cool. For these conversations, just so we can keep them brief, what we'll do, and here's how friendship points will work too. You will be awarded a friendship point whenever you either do something selfless for another person, you get a friendship point from them, or you yourself are open and vulnerable with them, sharing and creating some more backstory, you get a friendship point. Likewise, you can spend a friendship point on someone to make them do that thing, do something selfless for you, or divulge and be open with you if they don't want to.
What kind of a town is Hidgety? Like very industrial, or is it more densely populated than Goldon, or is it still pretty rural? Or
From what you know, and I'll base this off your role you did earlier about just the region, Hidgety is a bigger town than Goldon. There's a lot more trade done there.
Okay.
That's kind of why it's a bigger town.
Is it next to any body of water?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know that they do Pidgeoties? That's one of their big exports. Otherwise, they're basically the reason they're a town is because they're a big trade hub.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect.
So yeah, I'll let you, Katrina, ask Rainer for the time period we have. We'll just do one question that you want to do. One question.
Rainer, why are you going to Hidgety?
Well, he's torn because he's not 100% sure of the answer himself, but some of the things that are making that tough to answer, he doesn't really want to share with everybody right now, just because of all this stuff he's been worrying about. So he definitely awkwardly pauses before he answers that and probably looks really goofy.
Kind of in between one of his songs, too. He probably stops.
Yeah.
I don't think Katrina feels awkward. I think she's just walking and just
Yeah.
enjoying being walking.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, a big part of it was that, I mean, I didn't want to not go if Jonathan was going to go. I didn't want to just stick around in town. I mean, if him and Leroy are gone, that most of my entertainment is gone. You could say.
Well, that makes sense.
That sounded really mean. They're not. They're my friends. I didn't mean.
No, I didn't take it that way. I
stuttering.
just mean that it's a long way to walk just to hang out.
Well, yeah, I'm not totally sure. I don't know. After everything that happened in the mine, I guess I've just been really considering. I've been thinking a lot more about, what I want to do, and not just what other people are hoping I'll do. And the irony of a god spirit giving me a command of don't let other people tell you what to do is definitely not lost on me. That's still a little bit of a paradox that's hopping around in my brain. But I don't know. It's just got me thinking, I guess. And I mean, I've never been, so an opportunity to go to Hidgety just kind of dropped in my lap. So I don't know. I guess I just took it.
Lighten up, Rainer. It's not a test.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Leroy, during this entire travel, also, both of you can get a friendship point.
Hey, cool.
You guys for asking a good question and for honest answers.
Now I'm back up to 2.
Leroy, during this whole time, he has just been kind of reading the book that his mother gave him. And actually, at one point, he sees the book that Quiz has. And so what he'll do for his journey is he will ask Quiz a question.
Okay.
He says,
Hey, Quiz,
Yes?
why did you take all my pictures and put them into a book?
Fantastic question.
I mean, easier to carry, I guess. But
Okay, yeah, continue.
I don't know. I mean, I like books. Books are easy. I guess it's just easier to carry them, I suppose. And I mean, we are going to a library, so it's easy to have a reference. I can number the pages. I can start to make more of an index of what I've got. It's organization, I suppose.
Oh, I guess I just never thought people would be that interested in my work. I mean, I know my parents like it but not the. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's cool.
Well, I'm glad you're glad.
All right,
we'll give it
conversation successful.
all right,
That was
We're not close.
Yeah.
no friendship point there. No friendship
Okay.
point there. Wasn't good enough. The day ends where, Trina, you've noticed that the Elven Road, there's a trail that kind of branches off to the east, but it's a time of the day where you should probably settle down. So you set up camp with this trail to the east. It's not a big road. You can tell, maybe some carts go on it every now and then. Probably leads off to some farm or whatever. But that's not where you're going. But you set up camp right there at the end of that day. You guys set up camp. Rainer uses the spark pick to light the fire. Everyone has a good time during the night.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you are a little sore because you've been walking all day, but not super duper tired.
I think Jonathan's more sore than everyone because he has the least good boots, like the least good shoes for walking.
Oh man.
He's just got like work boots.
All right, next day. What's the pace we're going today?
Normal.
Going normal pace. Roll that 12
No, wait. I think Jonathan wakes up, realizes how tired he is, and he's like, "Hey guys, you mind if we take it easy today? I'm just not loving the walking today."
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I
Wait,
think-
wasn't there supposed to be a big thing happening yesterday?
You rolled a 3. You don't know what that was supposed to be.
But it's the next day. The day is over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I have some things listed as nothing. Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess you know what? Now that I think about it, that does make sense.
9.
Okay, so you guys go for leisurely today.
Leisurely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to look over and see an entire Excel spreadsheet taped to that piece of paper where it's got if you roll a 9 and you're going leisurely, this is what
Yeah. It's a big graph.
I knew it.
But, like, most of the outcomes just say, you have died. Oh
It
my
is.
god! No way! That's awesome!
I made a table of
He
references.
made exactly the thing Jake suspected he did. That's awesome.
Okay, so you rolled a 9. It's a leisurely day, so you guys can have a lot more creativity of what you want to do during your time. You can explore areas. You can.
Yeah.
Also, I'm assuming we're not taking that road to the right or to the east.
No.
And just keep going edging.
Yep.
That's what I thought. You can go foraging. You can even train in more honed skills. So, what do you guys want to do during your travels today?
Huh.
Katrina is going to forage.
Cool. Let's go for Rashi. Is she using the bioscope to help her forage?
How would that be useful?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
No. But, I mean, my question is, I thought it only worked on creatures.
Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't apply.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if we could add your extra ratiocination.
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
But she.
so the word foraging doesn't include, like, hunting for animals? That's not what forage means?
If that's what you want to do,
I think she's just kind of looking for.
Then what does forage mean?
Plant stuff.
looking through the woods
Let's-
for things.
Okay.
Define forage.
As a verb, it means of a person or animal. Search widely for food or provisions. Do you want to hear the next one?
So, looking for food or provisions could be plants, animals, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So she's looking in the woods for plants?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go with a ratiocination roll. Without bioscope, I guess. Right.
11. Nope, 12. Because
Yeah,
this
she
gives
has
a plus
+1.
3.
She
Yep.
has +1. Okay. 12 foraging. Yeah, so you're able to find... Let's go with a 12. You find some berries that you know are edible. Some just like generic... Blueberries. You find some blueberries.
Generis.
Generics. Oh, and
Yes.
you've also... Actually, you don't find blueberries because on today's travel, you are now entering into a more fieldy area. So, like, the wooded areas have passed you. You are now entering into the region of Goodshire, which is just a lot of fields and grass, hills as well. I like to picture the hills of Italy almost in this kind of
Okay.
area. So, it's not flat like South Dakota, but it's still pretty
Yeah,
grassy.
just like rolling.
Yeah, rolling hills, pretty, very lovely.
Yeah.
Then
So
those
you're able
are
to
rolling.
find some flowers. We'll go see find some pretty flowers. But you don't.
For
But
why?
you just find them. But you don't know if
For
they're
why what,
useful
though?
at all. So you can keep them or not if you want. We'll go with you do find some berries. We'll call them
Generis, please.
genaries.
Yes.
You find genaries, which are just berries.
Yep.
Generic berries.
Yeah.
Generic berries. So you get a pouch of genaries. What color do you want genaries to be?
Gray.
Come on, man. Like they don't.
They're like
do
they're a
anything.
light pink. They're
like-
very light pink.
They like
Yeah.
don't do anything at all. You eat them and you're just like, oh, that kind of tastes like
They're
berries.
That's a
sweet.
berry.
Yeah, they got the.
I just had a berry.
That's a generic. Yeah. Cool. You find a handful of genaries. There you go.
Cool. I think
Oh boy.
one of the flowers I keep, and I think she puts it into. Maybe she's got like a diary or a journal or something that she. I think she thought she was gonna write in it, and so like years ago she bought it because she really liked the cover, and she thought, oh, I'm gonna use this every day, and then it sat in the corner of her room forever. So she brought it with her and still hasn't written anything. So she opens after the first couple pages and puts the flower in and closes it and puts it back in her bag.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Who else wants to do stuff?
I think Raider's gonna have a talk with Leroy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. It's a leisure day, so you could ask up to 2 questions.
Okay.
And you've seen him reading his mystery book.
So the book he has is not.
That's correct. It's a different book.
Okay. It's not Quiss's book.
That's correct.
Huh. Okay. Did we say Leroy's been there before, or he hasn't?
He has not. He hasn't left.
Okay. Well, this is kind of a boring question, but hey, Leroy. I don't know. Are you excited? Are you excited about going? Like, do you have any idea what we're gonna do when we're there?
Oh, I know exactly. Well, okay, exactly is a hard word. But me and Quiz, we're gonna go straight to the Hidgety Library. I've heard it's nice.
Okay.
I heard it might even be bigger than our library, which I think is hard. I mean, our library is. I guess I've never seen a different library, so I guess I wouldn't know. But when I get there, and I'm just really excited to find the information that Quiz says is going to be there about my cows. I don't know what the information is, but any information about these cows would be super helpful. My parents would be so stoked, and I can finally have my impact on the family tradition.
Wow. Yeah, that was more than I expected. Yeah, I kind of don't really know what we're going to find there. I can't even... I mean, I've heard people talk about the city once in a while, but... I got another question. This is kind of out of nowhere, but it's just been on my mind a lot. Did you hear, like, all the stuff that demon said when he was talking to me?
It's like, I heard all the stuff that Bully Wooly said.
Oh, no.
I think Quiz is like, what?
Oh, sure, we haven't decided what Quiz has done yet either, so if he wants to join in the conversation, he can.
Yeah, at this point he's like, what? And that's not his question. That's unfair.
Oh, boy. It's a really long story.
Leroy tells him the whole story. Verbatim. Everything.
Leroy, you realize that doesn't work. You can't just say, I tell you the whole
Oh,
story.
dang it.
Leroy tells you the story verbatim.
Wow, I'm really glad you actually followed through with that.
And then
awesome.
we left the cave. That's everything.
I can't believe I was asleep the whole time.
I mean, you were pretty knocked out after... You ate my bread... Oh,
This is Leroy's turn. Leroy asks
Okay.
Quiz a question for
You
his
still
turn.
have one more question.
Yeah, you still have one more question.
I mean, I asked it.
What?
Oh,
I asked
You
him
heard?
if he heard, and like...
Oh,
Yeah,
so the
it was
answer
gonna
was yes.
It was gonna lead into a conversation about that really heavy philosophical question,
And like-
but apparently we're not doing that.
And like most times in life, conversations get shanghaied so
it
quick.
really did. It
do you
absolutely
want to talk
did.
more about it? Do you want to talk more about
No, I think this would be funnier though.
it? Okay. So, Quiz, I got 2 questions for you.
That's oddly specific.
First one is, I know I gave you some of my special bread, and I'm going to guess you ate it. What happened after you ate my bread?
I don't remember everything. I remember being in the square, which is actually a circle, and at that moment I had that thought that why do we call it that?
I already went there.
And I
Leroy
remember
was like, these are the questions that have plagued men's minds.
I remember the fountain, and I remember the music, and I remember some sort of commotion.
Yeah.
And then I woke up. I had really weird dreams.
I'm now going to ask you. I changed my second question.
All right.
This is called improv.
Leroy
did you
says to
dream
no
about?
one, this is called improv, he says to the sky.
What did you dream about?
I couldn't really tell whether it was just one continuous dream or if I had woken up and gone back to sleep or when I was awake, really. But I remember that I was in the middle of a castle. I was in the middle of a castle courtyard, and the sky was bright orange, and I could hear water, like a waterfall. It was so loud. It had to be water. And when I looked around, I realized that the castle wasn't made out of stone. It was made out of hay. Just giant bales of hay. And I wasn't standing on grass or stone either. It was straw. It was a bed of straw. And the last thing I remember before waking up was the sun. It was almost like an eclipse, but instead of something moving in front of it, it was like the sun itself was going dark.
Leroy is writing down every word that you're saying
God.
in his book. And he's like,
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, that's cool. All right, thank you very much
Yeah,
about
that
that.
really cleared
All right,
everything up.
I'm going to go eat some more bread. Bye.
Jeez.
we still have Quiz and Jonathan to determine what they do. Unless Quiz wanted to ask some questions in there. And we'll give a friendship point to Rainer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Quiz wants to talk. I think Quiz wants to talk with Rainer.
Okay.
So, real quick,
Yeah.
tell me more about these floating rocks.
Oh.
Ooh. Leroy shows back up and is like, I mean, Chab. He holds it. It's not floating anymore, but he's still got the rock.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
And leaves.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to tell. I guess it was just... I mean, Jonathan double-checked and everything to make sure it wasn't like, some weird string or something. It was just floating, and we tried to pick it up, and, it would float over whatever. It didn't, follow us around or get stuck to us or anything. It was just floating, and we would hit it, and it would roll, but, still in the air. And at first there was only the one we found, but then we found a room with like 100 of them, and we already told him about the demon and everything, right?
Yeah, he heard the whole story.
I mean, as far as we can tell, it was just because there was a almost freed ancient spirit, haunting the mine.
So, do you think it was magic?
Yes. I mean,
Do you think it was magic?
I don't know what else it would be. I'm kind of confused by the question, Quiz.
Do you, Rainer,
Yes.
think that the stones were floating because of magic?
Am I not supposed to know about magic?
You
No,
can-
I know about
you
magic.
know magic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He casts spells.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be magic?
Well, I don't know. I'm just wondering, if... I think you're reading way too much into this question.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Quiz. I didn't mean to be rude or anything.
No,
I'm
I
not quite on the same page.
No,
as
no,
you.
I genuinely wanted to know if you thought it was magic or if you thought it was specifically related to the demon or if...
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I guess I'd been thinking of them as, coming from the same source in this instance. I thought it was because of the demon, but I thought that was a kind of magic. But, I don't know. I mean, I've recently learned I know very little about basic religions, and so
Yeah, read a book.
I really need to study up on that. That's really cutting and kind of offensive in this world, Leroy. Just tone it back a little
I'm
bit.
just
I have
saying.
feelings too.
When's the last time you went to library? Other than last time the whole town went there.
Are those your
Oh,
two
no.
questions? Were there two questions?
those
on
two.
That was
All right.
Okay.
Before Jonathan can determine what he does, you guys are all walking, having this lovely conversation, when you see a man running from the other direction of the road. You haven't seen any people yet on your travels.
Is he running like he's out for a jog, or is he running like something's chasing him?
He's more like the second one.
Uh-oh. That is disconcerting.
This man is wearing, his clothes are nothing out of the ordinary, just normal clothes and whatnot. But on his left arm, he has a red cloth kind of tied around it with a black diagonal slash through it.
Oh, he's a Nazi.
No. There's no Nazis.
Oh, that clears up everything.
Oh, he's a Nazi. So the man, when he arrives up to you, you can see he's got kind of stubble growing on him. His hair is a little disheveled. He's dirty. Looks like he's been out on the road for quite a while. And he sees you guys and is startled just to see people. He's like,
What is he like, Nathan?
Yeah, who would see him first?
Is this going to be one of the 4 people that you do?
Okay, he's coming up with decently distinct voices, considering like the ridiculous amount of different characters
Oh,
he has to come
hey,
up with.
no, it sounds way too much like Leroy. I can do this. Oh, hey there,
I like
fellow travelers. What brings you to the Old Elven Road?
Katrina kind of looks and is like, you were running really fast just to be making polite conversation. Is there something we can help with?
Yeah,
Should we
know
also be running really fast?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just moving real quick.
Yeah, it seems that
Getting
way.
out, just... In fact, I don't even need... I'm just gonna keep on going. What brings you guys to the road?
That wasn't
You guys
suspicious
traitors?
at all.
You guys traitors?
We have no business overthrowing the monarchy, if that's what you mean.
No, man, no. King, Lord King, yeah.
Traders. I gotcha. Okay.
No, not that with a D. Like you
Yeah.
trade...
Yeah.
Not traitor. I've done nothing illegal.
Okay, full disclosure, I know what you meant.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to make a goof. I think Katrina kind of eyes him for a second and goes, I thought you were going to keep going.
I thought I was. Yes, you're very smart. Smart lady. No, I was thought it'd be rude.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to walk this way. And if you are not going to walk this way, I would love it if you were to whistle or sing so I know exactly where you are behind me. That would be great.
You can see this man is eyeing you guys over. He's kind of looking at you. Got a lot of pickaxes.
Can
Yes.
we get a little more description of this guy?
Yeah.
You said he had the red thing.
Yep. Roll a ratiocination as you analyze this man.
I thought you were doing another voice, like another personage show.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, nice, hey.
I don't
Stop
think...
him!
You
I don't
do.
thi- I
You
don't think I
plus
have-
1 R
Oh, I
because you're
do.
too lazy to write ratiocination.
I am. So, is that in addition to intelligence?
Yes.
So yeah, plus.
So when I'm rolling for this, I add 2? Okay, I'm getting the hang of this slowly but surely. 11 total?
Okay. Yeah, he wears, you see, brown tunic and pants, tattered. He's got boots, a belt, the red
What kind of boots?
sash. They're not great boots.
Okay.
They're not great boots, no.
Was Jonathan gonna barter for him? Like, hey buddy, I got a question for you.
It's absolutely not.
He
going to
also
ask.
has, he's been keeping his tunic pulled tight.
Just very, very vague age range. Older guy, closer to our age.
Closer to your age, yeah.
Okay. God,
So you guys don't trade things, you don't got merchandise.
Had he asked a different question right before
I
that?
think-
feel like something was
Are you traders?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Jonathan kind of looks over like, hey, buddy.
Oh, he asked about the pickaxes. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I
got
thought that was
pickaxes.
weird.
Yeah, no, what's the deal? You're mining in the field? We're in a field. You're crazy.
I mean,
I think Jonathan looks over at the guy and he goes, okay, buddy. Eating a little too much of this special bread, did we?
You guys got special bread? He was like,
You know I got special bread.
oh,
What's it to you, though? You can't have any. It's my special bread.
is it like special because it's worth money?
What? No, it's special for other reasons.
Yes, it is.
It's worth so much
It is.
money.
It is. That is why it is
Oh.
called special bread.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, congrats on that. Which bag has the bread in it?
This one. The bag over my shoulder.
Cool, cool, cool. You guys have a good day then.
This is very strange. I don't think I like it much.
I think is the. Can I trip him? Can Jonathan trip him?
Yeah, roll for pranking to trip him.
okay, there you go.
14.
Yeah, you trip him.
Okay.
As you trip him, a dagger falls out of his cloak.
I
Oh
knew
my
it.
God.
I knew it. Cloak and
What the
dagger
hell?
every time. I knew it.
Hey, listen, I'm just defending myself out here in the Old Elven Road. You know, is a dangerous place. Monsters, and you might find bandits.
Katrina grabs the knife.
Need you to roll dexterity.
Do I have that?
Yeah,
I
everyone
think-
has that one. Okay, the man definitely rolled
Oh
nat
my
20.
God.
So he snatches the dagger, stands up,
That's a
points
nat
it towards you. He's like, all right, hand me your bread.
That was a nat 20.
Hand me your bread right now. No more games.
Real quick. Can Katrina just have a knife?
Yeah, we've never given her a weapon.
Because I feel like she would have some sort of survival knife or something.
Yeah, she has a knife.
Okay.
Yeah, so the man stands up, points the dagger towards you. He doesn't have it close enough to anyone to really do damage, but he's being threatened. He's like, all right, give me bread. Give me special bread. Come on. Fork it over.
I think Jonathan slides the pickaxe out of the loops on the back of his backpack, kind of slaps it down in the other hand, and just kind of walks over towards him. Says, now, I'm not a smart man. I've never been much good at math. But by my reasoning, we got 3 pickaxes, a very angry and adept lady with a knife, and a wizard.
Wait, which one? The short one?
First of all, rude. Second of all, we're not telling you.
He looks at the 5 of you. Leroy's just kind of got his crazy eye going on, just staring him in the eyes like, you want my bread?
I think maybe
You know
Jonathan has to hold him back a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm sure your bread wasn't worth that much money anyway. I'm just saying.
I think Jonathan. Oh, Leroy says the bread's not worth it.
It's not. I mean, it's not worth money from like a. It's like worth the same amount as other bread,
Leroy,
like
Leroy,
on a
Leroy,
gold
You
coin.
are terrible at this.
It's more sentimental.
He
And
said,
has a special
Leroy, he
prop-
said your bread shit.
Oh, it's about shit. You want a fisticuffs?
He draws his toothpick as well. He's like,
Want to go?
and the guy's like, you know, listen, wait, you guys heading to Hidgety?
Katrina says, maybe.
I mean, we're definitely not telling you now that you tried to rob us.
No, you guys have fun there. You guys have a good time dealing with bartering. Just watch your backs, all right? You punks, and he leaves. He starts walking. away.
Okay.
I think Katrina stands there for a long time watching this guy.
He turns around to make sure you guys aren't following him either, but he keeps going and he starts running.
Just start running again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jonathan, what do you do with your day?
God, that was weird. Just gonna throw that out there.
Jonathan finds his day looking for a good, flat, smooth rock.
Yeah, you find one. Yeah.
Great.
Out in the fields, yeah.
I'm glad.
You find one.
Find a good smooth rock.
Okay, are we near any body of water
Oh.
by this point?
No.
Okay. He just kind of
rolling fields.
he throws the reverse-o-matic back in the loops on his backpack, and he puts the rock in a different pocket.
Okay, write that down. You have
A smooth, flat rock.
all right. That's the end of your third day of traveling. Set up camp. Everything's all good. And pastry bat has been adjusting nicely. Everyone seems to be probably freaked out a little bit depending upon who they are, but pastry bat hasn't caused any problems. And feed pastry bat some bread.
I cannot express how genuinely happy I am about that.
Good.
Just throwing that out there.
All right, let's keep moving. Day 4 of the traveling. Hey everybody, it's Nathan here again. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. First time traveling, a lot of new rules in that, but I think it turned out pretty good. It's pretty fun. So that episode kind of ended in a weird spot. We had just one giant recording, and there wasn't really any good spots to cut it, but it was just super long. I don't want to have you guys have to sit through a gigantic episode again, so I just kind of cut it right there. So the next episode we'll resume in the traveling and see what other adventures they get along the way. I also hope you guys enjoyed the bonus episode, the out of context episode that came out on Monday. Again, please let us know if you liked it. If you did, we'll create more of them like that. If you didn't, let us know, and then we won't, and we'll make other stuff instead. Yeah, stay tuned because we will have other types of bonus episodes coming out in the future too of different styles. Alright, but I've got not too many announcements, but today to help me give the announcements, I have Mrs. Baker, Leroy's mother. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, hello there, everyone. It's just so nice to see you here, gathered together. So nice to have everybody in one place, a community of friends.
Well, actually, they're probably all listening in different locations. They're not all in one giant room listening to the episode, but I like the spirit. But if they do want to become one big group, what can they do, Mrs. Baker?
Well, you can go and follow us on Facebook at Nights.Quest.podcast, or you can follow us on Instagram at Nights.Quest, where we post all kinds of fun things, and feel free to leave comments or make your own fan art. It's all very nice and fun and good and all that jazz.
Of course. And what should people do if they like what they're hearing?
Well, please leave us a review. Tell your friends about us. I know we say this every single week, but it is super important for a podcast to get noticed, is if you guys tell other people or you leave a nice review. I know it warms my heart whenever we see a review show up. It really means a lot to us. So if you want to be a blessing upon us, follow the writer's will and leave a very nice review for us.
All right, well, thank you. That's really all we have to say this week. Nothing too crazy. Next week, new episode. No announcements other than the regular today. So keep posted. You never know when we'll have something to announce. Feel free to leave a review, leave comments on Instagram. I'll try to get something up this week. Forgot to last week. My bad. But otherwise, I will see you all next week as we continue on the road to Hitchity.